Good day and welcome to Mindful Trinity. I am Vaishnavi Charan. I'm your host on this I would say, auspicious show because I actually have a very awesome guest for today. It's something that I normally don't do, but I just thought it'll be a very nice gesture to do because, we are celebrating 160 years for Indians in South Africa. So the topic for today is our guest is going to be talking on her humble beginnings, growing up as a second generation Indian in South Africa. I'm going to tell you a little bit about her, and also if you have any questions or any sort of messages for her, I will also ask her to partake. But please bear in mind, she's 92 years old. She's also, she just also lost a younger son recently. It was actually last month, so it's actually very fresh. So she's basically still dealing with grief, and she also has sort of difficulties with hearing. So be patient with us, and we'll really do appreciate that. So our guest is a strong-willed, hardworking. She's not literate, but she's very witty. She's God-loving, and she draws a strength from taking care of the community with their very own finances. I'm sure people that live within the community will definitely agree with that. A secret for a long, healthy life is prayer, lots of fruit and vegetable, and plenty water. So during her teenage years, she played a vital role in a family by raising all of her siblings. Well, she actually took the responsibility of taking care of them. At the tender age of 18, she was actually married, and she's a mother of 10 children. She worked together with her husband in raising 10 children. She's a dedicated wife. So I would say to describe this is actually my granny, by the way. By describing my granny and my grandfather, they're actually a power couple. So people within the community that actually had the good fortune of knowing them will definitely agree they were a power couple. So back in the day when the goings got tough, my granny, which is most of people in the area call her Amma, became a very well-known name. So if you go anywhere within the area and you talk about Amma, they know which Amma you are talking about. So for international guests that are watching in, thank you for watching in. And just for you to understand what Amma means, Amma is actually a Tamil. Tamil is a vernacular in the Indian culture. Amma means mother. Back in the day when the goings got tough, Amma found her own land, and she grew and harvested vegetables and sold them at the markets. I guess she gained the strength from God. The perseverance is the name of the game. My granny's father came on the ship, on the Truro ship from India in 1860. When he actually came to South Africa, he actually expected employment like most of the Indian laborers. And he was misled by the people that actually brought him to South Africa, saying that money grew on trees. He bid farewell to his family, which is parents and so forth, and started a new life here as an indentured laborer. So welcome to my granny, Mrs. Chinya Munyama Subramoney. And as I mentioned before, we call her Amma, meaning mother. She's from Durban in South Africa. And so let me just reach you. Sorry about that. We're actually going to be using the microphone as well, because as I mentioned earlier, Amma has a little bit of difficulty hearing. You want to greet the viewers. Greet the viewers.
Vanakkam.
Yeah.
Vanakkam.
Yeah.
Vanakkam, everyone. I'm sure all are happy to hear this what our speak, is it?
Yeah.
Our speak everything good about people. God bless all the people who I like to talk to people. I want the very hard. I've brought my children hard. I got married 16 years. 16 years I got married. 18 years my big boy, eldest child. After that, I got all my children, 10 children. God took 3 children away. I got 7 children. God bless my children to live a happy way. How I was living happy way like that, my children. I went the hard way, and I came happy way. My children grow up with me. I came happy way. God bless everybody. Wish everybody have a mind like me. Do serve for people. People haven't got no place to sleep. I will give them. Come, sleep. If I cook little bit food, I can feed the people. The food will come rot. I feed the people. The people are very happy. The people all talk very proud about me. He said, what I was doing. The people, I like to, I like to tell people, mustn't have a narrow mind, must have a broad mind. What you wish for, everything you get it. God will serve you. You will believe God. God will endure in your heart. He will do everything good for you. Your mind must be broad, not narrow mind. And you must have your mind to do serve for people, do all good things, mustn't do bad things. If you follow good way, God will give you everything what you wish for. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amma. That was such a beautiful message. So for most of our international viewers, seva is a Sanskrit word meaning selfless service. And Amma is definitely a living example. And seva is just amazing because the feeling that
Hard way and good way.
Yes, exactly. So when you actually do seva without any expectation to receive anything,
No,
it's
it
better.
mustn't have no cover. The people mustn't have any, what you call it, this,
Hatred, jealousy.
no. People must have a narrow mind, a broad mind.
Mm-hmm.
What you want to do, what they
Clear conscience.
Something.
Okay, don't worry.
Your mind.
Clear mind.
What to say? Be good and
Be good and do good.
do good. Be good and do good. God will serve you lot. What you wish for, you get it. Your mind and body, broad mind, mustn't have a jealousy, mustn't have a jealousy in your heart. Now always you must think, you want to do good thing, all good thing will come. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Amma. That is so beautifully said, and I do agree. So, can you tell our audience, the people that are watching? We have lots of wonderful people watching you, and they're giving you such beautiful blessings, and they also want your blessings.
Okay.
Yes, they actually love you. So, what would you say? What has changed from growing up in those years to now, and what advice can you give to our listeners?
What advice must give?
Yes.
You will tell me.
No. So what has changed from the days that you were growing up when you was a child?
What
What were
design?
what changed? when you were growing up to now? What has changed? Anything changed? Nothing. You're always fine.
I was talking good.
Yes, you're talking good.
Everything.
Yes, yes.
What else I was talking?
Tell us about when you were growing up. What was life like at that time? What was life like when you were growing up?
What nice thing.
Life. How was life in the past?
What?
Anything from the past. How was life when you were growing up as a little girl?
Oh,
How it was? How did everything? Tell us about those days.
I was working.
Yeah, tell the people.
I was working, and I got sick, and I left that work. I was in the hospital. Came back. I was working in a factory. I was working a garden, white people's house. I brought my children up. I put them to school. I gave them everything for them. My children was good. Everybody was good. Now, what more I can say? God must bless whoever hearing this story of mine. They must be happy. Is it?
Yes, of course.
Thank you for that. What else you want to say?
Can you tell our audience about your challenges that you experienced, the difficult times, any hard times that you experienced in the past? Anything hard times?
All the time?
The hard times.
Okay.
Anything that you experienced that was hard, all the hard times? Anything with difficulty?
Big one.
Hard, anything hard?
Everything.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to try and, my granny does have a hearing problem. So please, thank you so much for bearing with us. Yeah. Okay. Anything that was anything hard that you...
Thank you for everything.
No?
How I say?
Let me just tell you again. Tell our audience about anything that you experienced that was tough times.
Yeah.
The tough times. Tell them about that.
How I say?
Yes.
I do what I was talking.
All the tough times that you went through. All the hard times.
All the time.
The way you brought your children up.
We are what?
Tell them how you brought your children up.
Yeah.
How you worked.
I brought my children very hard way. Very hard way. My children. Sometimes they will have shoes. They cry. Can't go to school. I go work. Buy the shoes and food for them. Send them to school. And little bit time, I get very sick. I get better, go back work. Without my children. Children all small. 1 year, 6 months, like that. All the children. Very hard way I brought my children. I brought my children hard way. All was good. My children was working, they were looking after me. After that, 2 boys, what was working, look after me. The 2 boys are going to be died. After that, I was very worried. One girl died. And now, 2 boys, 1 girl died. I got 7 children. Just 1 month I lost my one. 1 month.
1 month.
1 month I lost my son. That's why I got very weak. I can't manage myself. Really worried for the child. What a wonderful child I lost. Wonderful. I never talked to my child. I never, that he was praying. He was praying. You were praying for Narayana, Saturday night, the third week, Prakashi. He was praying. I was standing there. I see how he was praying. I was so happy. Next morning, suddenly the came and said, your son died. I got shocked. I never cry, I never do that. I'm just cooking the food and I'm giving the people. I don't know my child died. Everybody asking, what's happening to you? I said, I don't know. I'm waiting. After ceremony, I'm crying and I'm crying and I'm crying. I can't do nothing. Said, I can't bring my son back. You see, every day I cry for my son. I said, no strength I got. Otherwise I can tell more stories. I can't. I can't tell. Whole world know how I lost my child. He died in heart attack. My child.
Thank you so much, Amma. And yes,
The child will be living. He'll be so happy.
and yes,
He has a mother talk.
yeah. Okay. It is.
Very hard so.
I think for a mother to lose a child is the most painful thing. And Amma lived through so many generations, so many decades, and the pain of losing 3 children. She lost her husband during the years as well. So she's like one of our people that are actually watching, one of the people in the audience. They commented to say that Amma is a strong, independent woman. And yes, I do agree with you. So that was from Monet Ash. You said you're a strong, independent woman. Yeah, someone that's watching. I'm going to read all of the comments to Amma later on. I just want to ask.
That's my story. God bless them ever and ever. Out at Narayana, Ganesha, Om Parasati, they must guide them. They must be very happy people to hear my story. And sad and happy. I can't help it, I can't tell you. 1 month now, my child died. That's the story.
I'm going to ask you at least one more question and then I will read out the comments. Because of the way she's feeling today, she's very emotional. It's been a very emotional day for her. She was very excited to do this live stream during the course of the week. But today when I visited her to just fetch her, she was very emotional. So I'm gonna, because I actually wanted to cancel it, but then she still wanted to do it. She's strong, and she says, she gave a word, let her just do it.
What a wonderful child.
Yeah.
Wonderful children.
Amma?
The 2 boys was a couple. It's so nice. The 2 people born.
Yeah, I know it's very difficult. So, okay. You know what? I have to stop the live stream. She is very emotional, and I don't think I can go longer. I did have more questions planned to ask her, because that's why I wanted to do it, is because 160 years for the Indians in South Africa, and my granny's father came from India, so I thought she could share some stories about him, but I don't think she can.
My son was very humble.
Let me just ask her. Do you think you got some strength to go on? Do you think you got some strength to go a little longer? Do you have some strength to talk about your father?
No.
Yeah, you're gonna do that? Or must I close? Must I stop it?
Talk now.
Yeah, do you want to talk about your father?
Who's my father?
Yes. Okay, she is a sport and she wants to tell us about her father. Again, I'm so grateful that she's here to share all of these stories and wisdom with us. Just tell us about him. Tell us about him, where he came from.
My father brought us a good way. He taught us a lot of manners. Give a good brain, what we must do, what we mustn't do. My father used to say, my children, I'm the tree, y'all are branches. What I say, y'all must listen. no drinking, no smoking, no putting bakery with bakelnut and all that sickness mustn't have. My father said, eat good food, keep yourself fit, mustn't have all the alcohol. Alcohol is not good for the body, he said. Smoke is not good for the body. Bakery with bakelnut, that's a drug, mustn't have.
Yes, yes.
My father said that. I would listen to that. I was so behaved. I don't know what drink, taste of the drink, I don't know. That's why one day I drink tea, water, my food. That's all. And now I got sugar, no sugar, pressure, blood pressure. Worry about my children. That's the pressure. My father, he gave us everything what I want. Little bit money. When we buy the things, how can I say?
Yeah.
2 car full. He earned 10 grand a month. He buys the food for us. Everything. I'll go fetch wood. I'll go fetch, take my father's lunch and go give work to place. My father was look after us so nice. You won't get father like that. You won't get mother like that. My father, leave all the children by me. I used to look after my brothers and sisters. I'll wash the clothes for them. I'll give them about the small ones. Big ones they do their own child. Our thing. My father was thanking me when I got married. My father said, God bless you whenever and ever. I've got a grandchildren. How many grandchildren?
You have, let me just see. Actually wrote it
I
down.
got great grandchildren.
Yeah, you got about
What?
20. Let me just check how many grandchildren you got. I actually wrote it down. There's quite a few of us. Let's see. One second, Amma.
You're writing all that.
I did. But okay, yes, it's.
Everybody children.
Yeah. You have 26 grandkids.
28.
26. 26 grandkids.
28.
26.
20.
26.
26 grandchildren.
26.
Great grandchildren.
Great grandchildren. You have 35.
35.
35. 2 are late.
That's a third grade.
Yeah. 35 great grandkids. 2 are late. 2 passed away.
Yeah.
Okay. 26 grandchildren. 1 passed away. And then you have 9 great grandkids.
35.
20. You have 9 great grandkids.
All together children how many?
26.
20.
26.
28 great grandchildren.
Yes.
And my own grandchildren?
Your own children, 10 children.
20.
You have 10 children, 26 great grandchildren.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 35 great grandchildren.
20 grandchildren. 80 grandchildren, and 35 great grand. And then the third grade is how many?
35 great grandkids.
8.
35.
No,
35.
third grade.
You mean
I'm third grade, huh?
You mean great grandchildren? Okay, we'll discuss this later.
No. Oh, certainly.
Amma has so many grandchildren and great-grandchildren and
Yeah.
great-great-grandchildren. It's getting confusing for her, and she's cannot hear. So bear with us.
Great.
Yeah, you
God.
got 9.
Yeah.
9. Yeah, and all of them, majority of them are watching. They're watching
Yeah.
you now. Yeah.
All the grandchildren.
Okay.
All come.
Okay.
Amma. All call me Amma. Okay, birthday come. Amma, birthday, present. I get the budget money. Amma give them present. Great grandchildren to come and ask, where's my present? What must I give? I give 5 rand,
Yeah.
or 2 rand, 1 rand. Fighting. Don't want that money, want big money.
I'm gonna go now online to check all the comments, and I'm gonna read it for you. I'm gonna go onto Facebook. I'm gonna go on here to read all the comments to you, and then we're gonna end. Okay? I'm gonna go on here to end. Okay. Okay. So this is from, you got a message from Bhakti Rasa. You got a message from Bhakti Rasa. Someone that's watching, her name is Bhakti Rasa. Okay?
Bhakti-san.
She says, Hare Krishna, so lovely to meet you, Amma. We heard such wonderful things about you. Lord bless you always.
Okay.
And this girl's name is Bhakti. Bhakti. Yeah. And then Casey says, strong, independent, and greatest blessing from God. We love you so much, Amma.
All that you put there.
Yes. You've got a message from Stavros. Stavros says, a true mother of Springtown. Amma showed us love and is still doing. Okay. Got a message from Rasa Sali. She says, Hare Krishna, thank you, Mata. She says, may the Lord Damodar bless your sweet and gentle heart.
What about all the neighbors, all the friends and loves me?
Yes, all of them are here. So you've got lots of messages.
People.
Yeah, lots of messages. I'm going to read it after this because we're going to be going on for quite a while.
I was so good to people.
Yes, and I think with this,
people cry for me.
Yes, and I think with this talk, we can actually see the love. We can feel the love, and I am so grateful that all of you took the time of your Saturday to spend with us. Yeah.
People told me how much people came for my country.
Yes. Yes.
300, 500 people.
Yes. So, Amma, do you have any message for all these people that are watching you? Do you have any message for them?
What do I say?
Anything that you want to tell them?
I will tell them.
Any message you got to tell them is watching.
I will say welcome.
Anything, whatever comes from your heart. What you going to tell them?
I will do a prayer.
If you're going to do a prayer.
I can say, Ganesha pray.
Say whatever in your heart, do it.
Can you hear?
Yes, can you hear?
Tanzania Sirigani, Rani, Gandral, Ulegala, Mananda, Kariavan, Nila Ulavi, Nilmani, Arasodi, number Talarum, Madasilam, Padiwativan. Another one prayer I'm going to say. Can't the prayer must have that prayer.
Okay.
Arigani Sanja Sachari, Pada Manogari, Achida, Lila Minoda, Kamala Pada, Adi Vitanda, ಅನಾಥ ಆನಂದ ಸಯನ ಮನ್ನ ಮಿನ್ನ ಮಂದಲಾಡಿಯೇ ಮಲಗದ ಮಂಜೆ ಮಾಯ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿ ಸಕ್ರಾಯಿರಣಿ ಸಗಲಾತ್ಮಾನಿ ಸಾಬಾಲವರ್ಮ ಓರರಂಗ ಮಾಯ ವಂದರ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಯಪ್ಪ ಗೋವಿಂದ 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 ನಾರಾಯಣ ನಮ ಶಿವಾಯ ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಹರೇ ರಾಮ ಹರೇ Durga. I love all the temples, all the religions. I know what religions, Christianity. I pray for Muslim. I pray for all. I say God is one. We all different way. Was a one man. Not 10 God in the world. One. Am I right? One man. All we pray for the one man. Some people say, don't come and pray yet. The Tamil people, you're doing all evil. That's not evil. That's a God. You calling yourself evil. You evil yourself. You mustn't call God evil. Thank you. Thank you very much. Vanakkam, everyone.
Thank you so much,
I
Amma.
love everybody.
Thank you so much, Amma.
What else more?
We love you too, and everyone that's watching also love you.
People will be very happy.
Okay.
What else is going?
Thank you so much for listening in. We do appreciate you, and we apologize for some of the
I got
mishaps.
happiness, I got sadness, I cry, I know what myself.
Yeah.
I pray to God, my child must be go nice way. God will open the way for him. He was prayed, next morning he's gone.
Yeah. For being a sport and just being here, sharing all of her wisdom with us. Sometimes things doesn't go as planned.
If I close my eyes, I will have a lot of friends.
Yes, you have lots of friends.
A lot of friends and a lot of people will talk about me.
Yeah. So
what good I have done in the world.
Okay.
You know.
Let me finish now. I'm going to close, okay? I'm going to close now, so I'm going to talk, okay? Granny is very enthusiastic and she loves talking. Thank you once again for joining in Mindful Trinity and just listening in, being here and sharing.
No, go to school.
No, it's fine. It's fine. But thank you again for sharing all your love with Amma. She feels it, and